Hello and welcome to this tutorial on a new game, a new smartphone game. So what is it? Well, imagine a cross between Ingress and Oil Empire, and that's the best description you will get. After all, it's a GPS-based augmented reality resource management game. So that's given in the name, isn't it? Resources minus game. You will see I used the German version because, I'm German and the game came out in German. That will give you a little hint as well. Germany is, and Switzerland, to be correct, is for good reasons known as the resource management and city building and so stuff countries. People here like it, and I hope you in other countries will like it as well. There is a small but growing community in non-German speaking countries. Let's get in medias res. What you see here is the first page of that game. It's the news. And of course you will have then in English if your smartphone is set to use English. To change language from German to English or the other way, it's simple. It depends on what your smartphone is set to use as main language. That one will be used. For now, just the German and English version. I suppose if there is a good success in this game, there will be other versions. The news are not that exciting. They give you some overview about how the prices are doing, how some very successful companies are doing and such. It's nice, but nothing to call home about. The most important screen is this one. Give it a moment. This is the radar, the overview. And your screen won't look like this at the start. You see, the green dots are my Förderanlagen, so my mines. At the start, you can build just a very limited number of mines, mostly clay. You can scan the green button, which says 5.5 million for me. If you start, it will be at a lowly 10,000, but your range will be much lower than mine. But let's explain the screen a bit, and to do so, I'll remove some of the stuff and zoom in. So the most inner circle is the 100-meter circle. This one is important because once you have built a mine, you have to repair it every few days. And if a mine is within this inner circle, within 100 meters, you can repair the mine for free. So watch this inner circle. This is the zoom status you want if you want to repair manually. Then each more outward white circle is plus 100 meter, of course. The orange circle is the range in which you can collect chests. Chests are, well, the goodie bags. Like you see, there is one chest just inside my circle, and I collect it. And I found one repair kit. Repair kits can later be used to repair stuff which is outside your range. If I want those chests that are outside my orange ring, I have to use my legs. It's a augmented reality game after all. I suggest you do this. If you start, zoom out a bit, look where you have chests, and then plan a route and collect chests. They are very, very valuable. In the second or third day, I made a 3-hour walk for chests in my hometown, and it netted me several billion dollar. Dollar is the currency. As you see, I have $3 billion at day 18. If you get this amount of money at day 1 or 2, you can build a lot. So let's see what else. The most outward ring is 500 meters, and usually, if you can have two different strategies for your building. You can either, as I did, build all in one place, so it's easily accessible. No, everything is 500 meters around my place. Or you can spread it out. If you have it all at one place, it's easy to repair them without paying. If you spread it out along your, that you can see here, there is a trail station, a rain. Come on. There's a railway very close to my home, and you see those this guy here over there is placing his mining stations while riding the train. It's all up to you, but let's try to show you a bit better what you can see on this screen. Sorry if I have to do this. Good. Okay, let's see. You can use day and night setting. I haven't found use for the day setting. You can disable and enable the chest view. You can disable and enable the headquarter view. You see this red thing is my headquarter. A headquarter is important because it allows you to produce more. You see the blue arrows here. If I zoom in closer. Well, this blue sign here, this blue arrow shows this are under the influence of my headquarter, so they produce much more. How much more, I'll explain later on. Let's take a look at the next, the storage room. Something else about the map? Well, no, I don't think so. Of course, the usual, this over here gets you back to your place. I suggest to install an advanced GPS to make sure you're not bobbing around with your GPS. You see, I'm under a roof, so my GPS isn't working properly. But outside it works very well because I use an advanced GPS. Don't try to use fake GPS, you will get banned. One reason why the game isn't getting forward as fast as it could is because the designer is banning people badly that try to cheat. When to use what? I disable this view when I go for chests. This way it's much easier to see where you have chests. To give you an idea how a scan looks, let me scan, wasting a few million. And there we go. This is a scan at scan level 6, which means I pay a lot, which also means I get much more info than you will get. At the start you will get only this light dark blue, and everything what is colored here will be dark blue. At scan level 6 or more, once you have built up your tech level, you will see much better. So for example, this you can see now this clay factory is just in. It would be much better in here where I can't build. So with a higher scan level you can see much better where to build. And you can see why I didn't build any clay mines. If inside my 100 meter radius, because you know there is not much clay. Later on, you can use drones to place very specifically. The reason why I have no mines here is I can't access this area. This belongs to other people. It's property, and while we do not shoot people just for trespassing over here in Germany, well, we don't like it either if people walk on our ground. So, what should you do at the start? Build clay mines. You see, I have 19 clay mines, 89 to be precise. They are a very, very good income. This might change, but at the moment it is like this, and it will be for all time for the starters. Clay mines is what you go for at the start. Plus, you can't build anything else at the start. So, let's get next to the storage room. In the storage room, you have to know that you start with a very, very small level 1 storage for each stuff you have, for each resource. Storage for level 1 is 5k, which by far isn't enough. I know people that have storages far beyond level 50. The problem is the price goes up quadrupling. So if I want to increase the size of my clay storage, which is already at level 20, I'd have to pay $500 million, which isn't what you do easily, even if you're a few days into the game. Only expand your storage as much as you need, but do so, especially if you collect stuff. Then here we have stuff that can be found. Feel free to bring those storages to level 10 easily, because you will need millions of most of them. See, fossils I brought to 14, and that's the max you should go with them, because you won't need more than 1 million fossils for building up some stuff. In the storage, you also get the info when the storage is full. You can see here, storage full in 5 days, 14 hours, 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Of course, if you use the English version, it will be in English. Make sure you have a storage that is large enough to work for you, but not too large. I don't know why the designer didn't put those two together. The next is the sale. You have to know there are two markets. There's an official market and there's a black market. I don't like the naming, but it's like this now. In the official market, you can sell as much as you want, but at a not very good price. For example, bauxite. Click on the. If you click on the symbol here, you get info, and you can see where the price is. At the moment, I wouldn't sell bauxite because you know the price isn't good. You can see how full your storage is. That's well, I hope the designer will one day fix this, because I need the info together. There are 50 or so different kinds of resources. Some of them can be only found in boxes, which are, well, let's put those together. So you have 4 different kinds. You have units, that's the last one. You have items that can only be found in boxes. Units are for attack. Then items you can only find in boxes. It's rubbish, but it's needed rubbish, you know. Then you have products which are built in factories. or both on the market. And then you have resources, which can be mined with mines. One important thing which you can see here, it shows you how much all your resources together are worth. So 20 billion for mine, and you see the price is changing. It acts upon the change of the mining, but it also acts on the change on prices, because the number here takes into account the black market prices. Let's go to the factory screen next. At the beginning you can build just a brick factory, which I have down here. In German it's Ziegelei. A brick factory can change your clay into bricks. Now let's do some math. So the current price for clay is somewhere between 450 and 500. So if you would sell 3 units of clay, you would get 1300, 1400, something like this. But if you use a brick factory, you can change 3 units of clay and $10 into 2 units of bricks. So instead of having 1300, 1400, 1500 for your clay, you have 2 cubic meters of bricks, and the price for bricks down here is much higher. Despite not being good because the market is flooded, it's still at 2000 for one. So instead of getting 13 to 1400, you get 4000 for those 2. That's a profit. But you now have to know 2 things. First, the price for mines increases linearly. The more mines you build, the more you pay for the mines. The first clay mine you build costs 1.25 million. Each additional mine increases this price by 2%. So the second is already at 1.3 million. And so on. And it's not just for clay mines. Each mine increases the price of every mine, every new mine, including the very expensive ones, by 2%. So later on you will go and destroy your clay mines just to lower the prices for the large ones. This is different with the factories. The price for factories, as the price for storage, increases by the square. So the first brick factory is a mere 500,000 and a bit of clay. The 26th brick factory is 338 million. So you will usually not have enough factories to use all your resources. At least not for clay, at least not for calcium based stuff, gravel, and, well, everything you need to make concrete. I'll have to look up the names. Still, you want to build up your factories. Not all factories are as good as any other, but, well, in essence, you will want to build them up. You might, at the moment, there is no reason to specialize, because the price of the factories is only dependent on the price of this factory. So there is a strong tendency to generalize. This might change. We'll see. This all depends on the designer. He makes this game, so yeah, his rules. What kind of stuff can you produce? I ordered it alphabetically. At the moment, I can produce aluminum, batteries, concrete, how do you call it? Fertilizer, steel, electronics, glass, insecticides, plastics, copper, lithium for the batteries, oil products, silicium, titan, weapons, and bricks. In the future, I will be able to produce medical machinery, silver, gold, jewelry, and scan drones. Scan drones are later used for, well, you have to scan in a distance and to place mines in a distance. Technology. Let's go to the special buildings. You can build 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 different. Well, it's called special buildings. It's more like tech. The first one is the most important one for you at the start is the museum. Get a museum, upgrade the museum as quickly as possible. All you need, you can find in chests. It's fossils, it's Roman coin, and it's copper coins, and a lot of money. If you do so, you will see more chests and more valuable chests. You see, I'm at tech 6 for the museum. I'm at tech 7 for the tech center, which should be named scan center, because I was able to find enough stuff through the museum for the tech center. What is the effect of the museum? 1, you see more chests and you see more valuable chests. And 2, you remember this orange ring on the map? This one here? For every level of museum, this range increases by 20 meters. So I'm at 370 meters. I started at 250 meters somewhere in here. And I will go at the end to 450 meters, which is here. So going from tech level 0 to tech level 10 gets you up here, which is almost quadrupling your range, your area. Almost doubling your range, almost quadrupling your area, which is very, very helpful. It also depends on what you are doing. Let me change this a bit so that we can see more. If you're living in a city with very large areas, then you will have trouble to get your chests. If your city is more medieval, then it will be easier. So the first special building you should build up is the museum. That's the most important. The second is the tech center. Each level in the tech center increases the range at which you can scan. You see, I have a scanning range of, well, let's find out. Here, 600 meters. Rolly, yeah, 600 meters. That is at level 6. If I'm right, it increases by 100 meters per tech level. So you can scan a much, much larger area. Also, each level of tech center adds one shade of color. You start with this dark blue, and everything is dark blue, which has 10% or something like that of clay. And now this is 60%, I think, this yellowish. So once I have tech center 7 and so on. At tech center 10, I'll see everything that's 90% and above. Or 100%, and it will be red. So it's making it much more easy to choose where to place, because every time you want to know what's there, you have to scan again, and you have to make a final scan to be able to place a factory mine. So scanning is important. There is one downside to the tech center. Each level of tech center increases the cost of your scanning. The same is true for building mines. Each mine increases the cost, but that's not as important as the tech center. I think the majority of this 5.4 million comes from building the tech center up to level 6. I'd guess it's 3.6 million or something like that from building the tech center, and the smaller part from having that many now, how do you call them, mines. What about the other special buildings? In the casino you can win money, and in this game it's not towards the bank, you can win money, and especially in the start you can, but you shouldn't start playing until you have 10 millions aside, because you can lose as well. So I didn't build it up, I don't use it as much. I could, but I don't yet. The training camp, there you can get your troops to defend your mines. You don't have to defend your factories. Your factories are in the limbo, but your mines are in the world. So yeah, I have to buy some more. The recycling plant allows you to recycle stuff you find. It's usually not worth it until you have it at a high level. The lawyer's firm allows you to get out of lawsuits. There are events that happen. There is the chance that you have a virus breakout that can be really, really bad. It reduces your mines by a large amount, by 60%. You can have a breakdown of a mine, which results in compensations to be paid to the to the relatives of your deceased miners, and that's a lot of money. That for one mine, this can easily go in the large millions, billions, and even a level 1 lawyer's company reduces this by 5%, which is okay. The mafia headquarter allows you to attack other mines, which will net you a small amount of resources, but more important, if you attack a mine, it takes damage, and if you damage it enough, it breaks down, and if it breaks down, there is a space for your mine. Understandable? Good. Not important in the Midwest, somewhere in the Dust Bowl or in the Rockies or whatever where you're playing. But if you're playing in the center of London, it might be interesting to go for it. Center of London, there is a mafia headquarter nearby. You should use it. The hospital. Well, I told you, virus outbreak. 2 days ago, I was just finished with my dog walk, as I call my route to repair my stuff. I got the message. There was a virus outbreak. All your mines have been reduced by 60%. I just had repaired them to 100%. Virus outbreak. So I had to go again. If this happens while your mines are at 80% and they break down by 60%, then they come to the threshold of 20%. 20% is the threshold where your mines start to break down. If your mine gets to 20%, you have only a few minutes left until the mine will break down and vanish. So, lesson number 1, never ever let your mines go close to 80%. Most players tend to hover above 80%, so repair the mines every 5 days or every 4 days just to make sure that a virus outbreak doesn't break them down completely. That can be devastating. You see, I finally managed to get level 1 in drone research. This allows me, let's see what it's writing, and I'll translate it. Increases the with the level the action radius, the radius of your drones. Plus, at level 5, you can scan chests from afar. No, at level 5, you can take up chests from afar. At level 1, you can just scan them. So if you are too lazy to walk towards a chest, but want to know what's inside, well, scan it with a drone. Might be worth it, but drones are expensive. And at drone research level 10, you can build with drones. What does it mean? As I said, there are areas I can't go to. You know, I can easily go to this place because that's in my quarter, in my house. Nobody will ask me, or rather, this place here, over there. Nobody will ask anything, but I can't go to the place where, according to the non-working GPS, I am now. This whole court here, well, it belongs to other people, so I can't easily go there. That's one of the reasons why there is nothing built, and that's true for many areas. If I take a look up here, this whole railway stuff, I can't just walk in there. So what to do? Well, once I'm at level 10 with the scanning of drone scanning, I can send my drones there. And it has another very, very good thing. You see, my mines are packed very, very closely. The part you see here is a slope. It's a slope going from the city towards the train. You can imagine how much fun it is to walk up and down the slope and having GPS freak out and tell you, no, you're not there. No, at the moment, yes, you are at the right place, but I say you are 3 meters more to the west, and now your stuff is overlapping with the other mine, so you can't build. Mines can't overlap. Once you have drone research 10, you can have them not overlap, but you can place them much more precisely because you are not bound to GPS that much more. You have a range, and inside this range you can build it. So much about the special buildings. The repair or the resource screen. There you can see all your mines, and you get the information. First, you can repair them. Then you get the info what kind of it is. It is clay mine, 96%, so I have to go soon. How many defenders are in? You see, this is low. Why? Because it was hit by a virus. If I go down, I have to fill it up very, very soon. If someone attacks me, your fault. Standard, you have 200 dogs in it. But a virus can reduce this. Here, down here, you see 200 dogs, 5 standard guards, and 1 special guard. With this button, you can zoom on the map to it so that you know exactly where it is. Then you have an indication of the quality, and this indication can go a lot above 100% because it's multiplied by your headquarter and by tech upgrades. So it's completely okay that this is above 200, almost 300. Then you have the distance. And if you take a look, the distance changes to green. Let's see where green one is. There's a green one. This distance changes to green once you are inside of 100 meters. 0.1 kilometers for those not used to the European or international numbers. And you are shown how much it produces, and of course you can destroy it. So how about repairing? Well, if I press this button, I'll do it for the 2 difference. This one is too far away. This is more than 100 meters. There I have 2 options. First, I could use experts. Experts cost a lot of money. 3.7 million. Ooh, it's a lot. Or I could use repair kits. I do have 2,000 of them, but they cost money as well. The more interesting option is to get close to 100 meters. And there you see the boss is close by. If I click this, it's repaired to 100%. Voila, repaired, producing more. And this is what you do on your dog walk, as I call it. Anything else here? No. You can, of course, repair everything with experts or with the repair kits, which I wouldn't do it. It's much, much more expensive. What should you do? You should go around, repair everything that's close by, then repair individually everything you can't reach, and then you can think about something else. But don't use those up here. Those are for the lazy ones. I don't recommend it. You should repair once you reach 81%. Don't let it go below 80%, because 1 virus outbreak and you're done. In the 18 days I'm playing this game, I had 1 virus outbreak, but this was bad enough. Next, the black market. Here you can request stuff yourself, set the price. The price it's taking here is 1 or 2% above the highest price at the moment. So if you give say I want this, you will be the highest bidder, at least for the moment. You can say, oh, I want to sell something. Just click on this button here, and then sell. Say how much you want to sell. I can't sell because I don't have anything of that. So yeah, and good thing you see how much above the normal market price it is. At the moment it's at 10 times the normal market price. So yeah, can go even higher. Usually you want to sell on the black market. Anything else is, well, the normal market is just a fallback. But some stuff you can't sell on the black market. For example, there is no market for fertilizer, or a very, very limited market for fertilizer and insecticides. There's no requirement for insecticides to produce anything, and fertilizer is just needed for a headquarter up or for an upgrade. So yeah, this is where we will sell your stuff. Headquarter. My headquarter is at level 3 since a few hours. It costs a lot to upgrade it. And with each level it gets more, and it gets more expensive stuff. For example, 2 million oil, crude oil, not fun. Not fun. But you want to upgrade your headquarter. First, for each level of headquarter you add another 50 meters. Headquarter level 0, it is 100 meters, so yeah, you can get up to 250 meter radius. Then the boost increases by 0.9 each level. So 0.1 is standard, the boost level 3 plus 2.7 is 3.7. So each of the mines which is in range of my headquarter is producing 3.7 times as much as normal. And the good thing, you can place your headquarter freely as long as you stay within your 100 meter radius. So I could place it somewhere here over, and would of course try to find something where it influences as many mines as possible. The number is shown here. And of course I would try to influence the most valuable mines, which is why I won't move it. It's where it is. It's good where it is. I will move it a bit in a few hours to influence more mines. At the moment it's at 44. I think I can bring this to 50 or something like that in the next few minutes. Good. You can look at the top scores of yourself and your friends. I'm not very good at yet. I'm at place 727. But this will change. I'm not playing very long, for a very long time. Ah, come on. The ding was the info that I got a message. Ah. Come on. Okay. So, yeah. It's a scores. Then you can make quests. One I finished, one I won't be able to finish because I won't collect 240 chests in the next 14 hours. Then you can see your Google success, your Google achievements. And you can attach your Google account. Your log is the next. As you can see, it shows you when your headquarter increases and so on. It also shows you how what someone sold you. Very, very important, the chat. There are 3 options. International, where you see everything anyone typed. The problem is the game started in German, so the people have to get used to typing in the international chat in English. Feel free, if someone is writing in German, well, it will change over time. Just use English in the international channel. Then there is continental. In my area, this means German. If you're playing on North American continent, it will mean English. It will probably change how these chats are done, but at the moment it's like it is. Finally, you can select for just private informations. So next, your contacts. You should have your contacts in, and finally the high scores, the overall point high scores. Don't feel bad if you are in the hundreds, several hundreds. You see, I'm at 727, 617. Oh, it just updated. Good. You should feel bad if you're on in the sixth last positions. You know, at the moment we have 1900 players, so the last 300 are losers because you can so easily get to the level 8, 7, 5. You know, 2,600 points, which are needed for that level. Yeah, that's easily done. So try to get out of those as quickly as possible. How do you be successful in this game? Well, first, build clay mines. Build clay mines, build clay mines. Second, collect chests. This will give you if you collect chests and then sell that stuff, if you don't need it outright, this will give you the money, the starting money to build more mines, to get started. The money you get at the start will not get you far. So hunt for chests. For each level up, you get a chest rain. It's shown as a small umbrella. You can click it and get more chests. And this you can, at the start, go in very, very quickly. You just have to use it. Second, be organized. When I started, I made a plan. You know, it's simple. I used an online map of my area. I thought, okay, what can I reach every day? What can I do every day without trouble? And I decided, yeah, within my 300, 400, 500 meter radius, I can make a walk without any trouble. That's 1 to 2 miles of walk. I know this sounds a lot for our American friends, but 1 to 2 miles of walk every day is very good for your belly. So I made a plan. Oops, yeah, no, wrong one. There it is. And decided, okay, make a route. Best do it in a way that your route is that these lines here are 200 meters apart. Why? Because from this street I can reach 100 meters in here, and from this street I can reach 100 meters in here. So yeah, perfect. To make this map, it was simple. Just dot the path and take a paint program which allows you to have 2 layers. On the second layer, I took a much larger dot, a dot which had a radius of 100 meters, and I dotted these corners here. All these corners where I know I will stop to repair, you know. And then I selected the wand, the magic wand, and cut it out all this red color. So at the end I have just this line out here showing me, okay, this is the 100 meter line from my path. Print this, take it on your hand, And when you make your first walk, when you start to place your mines, use it. I know exactly. I don't have to go over here this line, because once I'm over here, I would have to increase the length of my path. I might do this later on, but at the beginning, plan a route you can easily manage. And keep in mind, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. I made this map, and when I started to apply it to go around, you see there are a lot more mines up here than there. The reason is there's just clay here, but none here. So I found out that my plan wasn't working for this lower part. So I had to adapt. But plan in advance and then change your plans, and you will be successful. Well, what you also should do, if you are German, feel free to use my link to this Excel sheet. If you are not German, you can still use it, but you will have to live for the moment with a situation that it's just in German. I made an Excel sheet. You should make so as well. There is an online resource. Use the webpage www.resources-game.ch, ch for Switzerland. Nope, that's not IKEA country. That's the country where the people try to speak German between high hills or mountains rather, and fail utterly. That's the country where the game designer is coming from. Use the web page. On the web page, there is a CSV, CSV, and XML file which is updated every hour, which gives you the current data. Gives you the item name, the current market price, and the black market price, which you can use in your in your Excel files. Plan. Especially important, plan for amortization. If you take a look here, there is nothing as good as clay for amortization. It amortizes in a matter of hours. Everything else needs days, but clay, most of it needs days. But clay is the only thing that needs only hours. If you use such things, you can also plan what you need to buy daily and stuff. Be prepared. I hope this helped you a bit to understand this game, and I hope you will have fun playing it. Give me a message. In game, you can reach me with this name, Leroy Punk Incorporation. Leroy Incorporation. Out of game, well, you know my channels, either Twitch Bastian down underscore books are the same in YouTube. Have fun!